you that it'll come off.
When I was who I used to be, I used to have roadies.
Do you want? Why don't I just play this? Shall I play this one? Yeah. I won't break it.
45 years I've been in this business, man and boy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the wonderful Phil Baxter accompanying me tonight. It's a sort of destruction test for him, is the way that I think of this. My career has been that of a session musician, one of the backroom boys that you don't really notice. We earn a fair amount of money, but we can walk down the street without being recognised. Kind of the best of both worlds, really. And people quite often ask, how do you become a session musician? What's the career path? And I thought, well, now that I'm a songwriter, apparently, it would be entirely appropriate to write a song about how to become a session musician. And as I've always been a fan of those sort of talking blues things, I thought I'd do it a bit talking bluesy as well. So this is it. It's called This Old Town. Every single word of it is gospel truth. I came to live in this old town, looking for a start in life. The streets were gritty and the girls were pretty, but I already had me a wife. Neither of those things are true. In fact, the streets were pretty and the girls were gritty is a more accurate representation of London in the 70s. And she wasn't my wife, she was my girlfriend. Anybody got a rhyme for girlfriend? Thank you. I got a job in Delroy's band, playing in the San Moritz. Start at midnight, finish at 3, and I'd catch the night bus home. With the drunks in the night shift, streetwalkers, listen to those Irish sweet talkers, looking for a bed for the night. Yeah, I lived in a house in Harrow on the hill, full of guys like me. Our girlfriends paid for the rent and the food. We'd sit around the house all day and smoke and play 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 some more. Just say no, kids. Around 5:30 I'd head out the door, carrying my guitar and an amp and a bag of leads and a mic stand down to the West Harrow tube station, and I'd take the train to the Earls Court Road, playing the Duke of Richmond. Never knew who I'd be playing with. No two nights were the same. There'd be songs I knew and songs I never heard. The singer shouts out the key. You watch the chords and you listen to the beat. If in doubt, leave it out. A very steep learning curve. Yeah, some nights in the Boston tears, dodging the flying bread rolls. A tenor and a jug and a waitress's smile will keep me going for quite a long while. And sometimes they'd do more than just smile, and I would run a country mile. That's what I told my wife. Then I joined a band and we hit the road, travelled in a transit van. Thursday night, the Half Moon Putney. Friday night, Cologne. And Saturday in Hanover. And then Sunday night back home to the Wellington in Shepherd's Bush. I'll tell you what, I've never been so naked. It was unreasonably good fun, I have to say. There are a few things in life that are more fun than being a 21-year-old bunch of lads on the road in somebody else's country. Yes. However, I thought, I've had far too much fun, some of it unhealthy, some of it illegal, some of it both. Time to get serious. So I came home and decided to try and get some recording sessions. And sure enough, I got my first recording session, an advert for Billy Gray. I hear you're the hot new kid in town. The studio's booked, so come on down. I went along and I sat in my chair and I played my chords and kept out of his hair. And I couldn't believe how much I got paid. That was the first in many. Well, the years went by and the gigs got better. My wife ran away, but I found plenty more. One called Sue and one called Alice. And I lived in a pit and I lived in a palace. And I played with the peasants and I played with the kings. And I always tried to smile. That's actually an important part of the job. Max knows this, don't you? It's all very well being able to play well, but if you really want to get ahead, buy a few nice shirts and learn to smile. See? The subject of the next verse is not here tonight. When she's here, I can't play it. When she's not here, I'm going to play it. Now, I've got a teenage daughter. Whatever I do, she says I shouldn't have ordered. She moans about the food and she moans about the weather. If I buy a new shoe, she complains I'm made of leather. If I give her a list of schools, she says I'll make it lazy. If I tell her to take the bus, she says it's me that's being lazy. I got a teenage daughter. It's kind of nice to have an audience that actually understands what that verse is about. If there's teenagers in the room, they just look at me and go... Yeah, and I still live in this old town, though it feels much smaller now. And sometimes I remind myself that I made it in a city that's hard to crack. Many come here and they get knocked back, but I'm still here and it feels like home. I finally kept a wife. Yes, I finally kept my wife. Yes, I finally and gratefully held on to my wife.